My Delight is a song I've written during lockdown. It's based on Psalm 36. It's written on the piano, which is one of the few songs I've written on the piano, mainly because I've never been good enough to write songs and sing at the same time and play piano. I've been trying to get better at that. But the beauty of trying a new instrument when you're writing songs is that you start to do things you wouldn't do on the other instrument. So in guitar, you end up playing the same sorts of progressions and you find yourself doing the same things. And so sometimes your songs can sound very similar because of it. Playing a new instrument you don't know as well, you start to do different things, which was the case with this song. Although it's actually an incredibly simple song, partly because I'm not good enough to play anything more extravagant than that. But I wanted to keep guitar out of it really, or keep it to a minimum. The idea behind the lyrics is in Psalm 36. It says in verse 8, both high and low among men find refuge in the shadow of your wings. They feast in the abundance of your house. You give them drink from your river of delights. With you is the fountain of life. In your light, we see your light. And that idea of abundance and God's feasting on God. And I started to think, people only feast when they're hungry. And people only drink when they're thirsty. Which is an obvious thing to say, I know that. But in terms of God, how do we feast on God? Are we hungry enough to God to actually want to feast on Him? Are we thirsty enough for God to ask for a drink? And then I thought, my mind went to, I think it's in Luke 11, it's in Luke's Gospel, where Jesus says, "How you fathers and mothers, you know how to give good gifts to your children. Well, how much more does God give good gifts? In fact, how much more does He give His Holy Spirit to those who ask?" And it was just the reminder that I don't often ask enough for the Holy Spirit to fill me again. I don't really ask enough to God for Him to be my delight. So that's the premise behind the song. It's a simple song. What I do like about it is it's got a string arrangement. I really like working with strings. Again, never really played string instrument. Apart from when I was 11, I played violin, and I got to high school, and it was certainly not cool to play violin anymore because you kind of get beat up for doing stuff like that. So I ditched violin, but I really wish I'd continued. Anyway, this is My Delight.
Only the thirsty drink, only the hungry feast, only the restless seek, only in you find peace, only the humble kneel, only the soft heart feels, only the desperate pray. Lord, come and have your way, 'cause in you is the fountain of life, and in you is the river of delight. In you is the fountain of life. My delight. My Father gives good gifts to the children that He loves. How much more will you give yourself to us? Your Spirit longs to fill every empty soul. If only we would ask, if only we would ask. So we ask, we seek, we knock at your door. We're here on our knees and we're crying for more. We ask, we seek, we knock at your door. We're here on our knees and we're crying for more. We ask, we seek, we knock at your door. We're